I'm a teacher, as you know, by profession. So what I'm going to share about this debate going on about grade 12 is my own opinion, but it's coming from as a perspective of a teacher, of an educator. So just listen in, guys. I want you to be interactive and share your comments. So come on, I'll wait a few minutes and get with, before we get started. Hi, Francis from Luanda. Oh my God, we have, United States of Africa. We have everybody from Africa. This is impressive. Share the video. Let your friends join in. We have a very important topic today, which is why grade 12 certificate is required for some political positions. Hi, Morris from Monze, Simasiku. I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for asking. Share your where you're watching me from. Share the video. Let's discuss why it's important to have a grade 12 certificate, because this is a trending issue. It's burning. A lot of people are saying that it's unfair, for some positions to require a grade 12 certificate. So I'm just going to share my opinion as a teacher, why it's important to have a grade 12 certificate. Hi, Rhoda from Zambia. William, I'm trying to read your comments. Yes, yes, we have a lot of problems in Zambia. And today we are just going to talk about grade 12, G12. We are also going to talk about the Zambian debts and also the PF cash flow and membership cards. Hi, Malak from Kafue. Welcome, Frederick Rusaka. I see you guys. I always read your comments, so please share what you feel. It's interactive meetings. I want to establish, a relationship with all of you guys, wherever you are in the world. As we head to August 12, we need to be informed. We need to know our rights. We need to be brave. We need to be bold. We need to be fearless. Hi, Kamson from Italy. And hi, Alani. So I'll get started real quick. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is the grade 12 certificate. If you don't know me, if you just tuned in, this is Queen Pumi from Motomola TV. We share our opinions or thoughts about the current trending matters politically in Zambia as we head to the August 12 general election. So we are here to campaign and make sure that we have people, get ready to vote for UPND, the People's Party, because they care for the people. So we give information to everybody. If you are in opposition or if you are in PF, you are welcome on this platform. We are trying to have civilized and educated conversations, no insulting or, demeaning or disrespectful comments. We just want to share ideas and opinions so that as we go to a vote on August 12, we are comfortable with our decision. So first of all, I want to read a definition why it's important to have a grade 12 certificate. Just hold on. Why is it? I'm typing in Google. Why is it important for grade 12 certificate or high school? So their internet is telling me that it's important to have a grade 12 certificate because any human being, when they are in their first 16 or 17 years, they are still a child. Their brain is developing. So when we send our parents to, when our parents send us the kids to school, their aim is to prepare that child to be a better citizen in the communities that they live. So now there is a background of our Zambia is like a very diverse community. We are like 72 tribes. So you have to think about that too. Zambia, we are like a very diverse community. We are a small population of 16 million, but we have 72 tribes. Now at independence, English was declared as our official language. So there is a background to why this grade 12 is a requirement. And I think when I was in high school, you cannot graduate or you cannot be awarded a grade 12 certificate. First, you have to have 5 O-levels, and those 5 O-levels, English must be included. So if you pass all the subjects and fail English, then you will not even receive your grade 12 certificate. So it's important for us to realize or establish our cultural history, that we have different dialects in Zambia. And then we have English as our official language. So the government of KK did a good thing by adopting English as our official language. And then the second thing they did is the government of Kenneth Kaunda put education from grade 1 to 5 as a basic requirement, like a basic need, and it was free. So since they established all those systems to make Zambia create equal opportunities for all Zambians. So they established that education was free from primary school to secondary school, and in that 12 years, you are supposed to learn subjects to prepare you as a reasonable or an adult who is going to contribute to our communities. So that's the foundation. So I want us all to understand that having your grade 12 is a foundation to prepare you to be a better person in your community, to contribute to your community. Being a teacher, we study psychology, and we know that the brain of a child develops, when they are still a child, from age whatever, when they are born until age 16, 17, a child's brain can learn. So that's why it's important that everyone should have a grade 12 certificate if they are looking to lead other people. Now let's look at our syllabuses or our subjects that we offer in school. So there are different subjects like English, math, science, history, all those things. You learn all those subjects to prepare you for your adult life. Now let's say somebody dropped out in grade 12, in grade 10 or grade 7. Then they come 20 years later, they want to stand as a member of parliament. So you see where the problem is, because there is a gap there. They should have learned certain things in high school, but they don't know those things. They didn't learn them. And all our institutions, English is the official language. So if you pick a candidate who did not graduate with 5 O-levels, he did not study to develop his brain, to prepare him for his career in future, then that's why you see that we are going to be having these problems in the personalities that are running for government. If they are missing that GCE education, it's key, it's fundamental to everyone's development. The knowledge, they are able to interact in a classroom. There is a debate classes there where people can debate and talk about issues without fighting and killing each other. So this is what we are saying. Don't just think about, they want a grade 12 certificate as a political tool. No, it's actually to an advantage for you people. If you have, for Zambians to have leaders who have a basic grade 12, because up to grade 12 level, GCE is wholesome education. So it prepares you to have a career, to run as a member of parliament. Now, if you're, let's say you pick someone who's missing it, they dropped out in grade 7. How are they going to debate in parliament? How are they going to read the constitution? For example, if they appoint them as a minister or as a diplomat, how are they going to connect to other diplomats? How are they going to interpret documents that are presented to them? You know? So it's more intense. Don't just say, no, people are being mocked for not having a grade 12. It's not mockery, it's a fact, because if you go into government as a member of parliament, you might be picked as a diplomat or a minister to head a ministry. And there you need to read, you need to understand documents, you need to understand the constitution, you need to understand a lot of things. So that's why it's important. The people who put that in the constitution as a requirement, that's the basis. So we all have to understand that fact. It's not a matter of shaming people. It's just that we need people who can even read a basic constitution and interpret it. You know? Now, there were some arguments. Some people were saying, no, why it's people have a degree or they have masters, but they don't have grade 12. Now, we know what has been happening in Zambia. Some people, they have been pushed because they have money. Maybe they failed in grade 10. They failed in grade 12. They have all 5 O-levels, but because they have money, they pay their way to a university. They graduate with masters. I'm not saying that it's everyone who pays. For example, my own mom, my mother, she wasn't a dropout, but my mom, when she was in grade 9, she got pregnant with my sister. So from there, she got married. And after she had the 2 babies, she went to train as a teacher. But she had a grade 12 certificate, grade 9 that time. So my mom trained as a teacher, primary school teacher at that time. And she was working. And then from there, she went to do, she went to in-service and did her in-service training there in Chalimbana. She went to Nkrumah and did her training as a secondary school teacher. And she was actually wanted to get her degree, but she did not get she didn't have a grade 12. So that's not to say my mom was down or whatever. My mom was very intelligent. But some of these things is just that, people have different reasons for having them there. So let's look at, I think for me, I support every member of parliament to have a grade 12, because that way they will know what to do when they go in parliament. They should be able to read these documents. We have seen documents, we have seen members of parliament sleeping in a parliament. Why are they sleeping? Have you ever asked yourself why a member of parliament will sleep in session? If you go to the Western countries, that can't happen. Only in Africa, I've seen a lot of members of parliament sleeping. Has it ever occurred to us that they are sleeping because they are not understanding the language, or they can't comprehend the conversations and follow? So this is what we are saying. If you have been to grade 12, you sit in a class for 8 hours. You are forced to concentrate. It's training, You sit in a class, you write an essay, you read document in English, you do composition, you do structure, you do rewrite. That is training you. Now, you pick somebody who dropped out in grade 7 and put them in parliament, and then you ask them to rewrite a sentence. Can you summarize this story? All those things. So we must look deeper into why. And for me, I support it, because the people who are representing their communities should be able to understand and articulate well. And there's also another argument which is saying that they were saying that we should pick anyone we want to represent us, because it should be anyone as long as they are Zambian and they have, they have no criminal record. Yes, you can pick anyone who is Zambian, has no criminal record, but when they go to parliament, they'll be sleeping. They can't understand anything. They can't debate. If someone brings out a debate, they take it personal, they start fighting. But when you're in high school, you go through all those. You know that to debate is normal. You know that to agree to disagree is normal. It's not a fight, you know? So that's why the people who decided to say grade 12 is a reason, it's for intellectual and a lot of things, because that person must be able to read, understand the constitution, interpret documents. If he's appointed as a minister, he should be able to represent the government and speak for the people. And then the other thing that I wanted to say also is that on the right there on the grade 12 qualification is that a lot of people, you know, some of them, they just went to university. They can have masters or they pay their way through. So we need to verify the results to say, actually, this person passed through grade 12, you know. So that's my take on that. I hope everybody understands why we need that. And people were saying that, oh, they are representing their community. So what happens is, like, if in your community you identify somebody who has grade 12, like, first of all, the community should pick their member of parliament. You know, it's just not somebody coming from nowhere to say, I want to be your member of parliament. No, the community should pick, and the community should make sure that whom they are picking has grade 12. And that member of parliament is a voice for the community. So there was an argument that, oh, that person should be able to speak for the community. Yes, he was speaking the people's ideas. So in a community, when they have the meetings, they collect those ideas and present them to the parliament. So that's how it works. It's not that if I'm a member of parliament, then I speak my ideas. No. So that argument is, I think, is irrelevant to say, you know, as long as you are Zambian, you have no criminal record, you have a right to stand there because you're expressing your view. You are not expressing your view. You are expressing your view, the view of the people you are representing there. So the communities need to pick somebody who knows how who has 5 O levels and a grade 12 certificate. It's simple as that. If you just pick anybody who is a grade 7 dropout, we are continue to have worse problems than we are having. And I saw another notion to say, you know, look at America. America only requires you to have to be an American citizen and also to be no criminal record. America English is their first language, but Zambia English is not our first language. We all have different languages. Like me, I speak 5 languages, you know. So if I dropped out in grade 7 and then I go into I become a member of parliament, how am I going to communicate? Because when you become a member of parliament, you are on a global stage. If you are appointed to be a minister, you should be able to take up that job. You should be able to read documents. You should be able to articulate. You must understand the constitution, all those things. So it's just basic. If maybe English was not our language, then we can say no need for 5 O levels. But I still think we still need it because we need people who have been to school and have learned, you know. Education has prepared them for the task at hand. We all go to school and we live in a civilized world. If we can turn the clock back to back in the day where there were no, you know, we are all in our villages, then you can bring up this argument that you are bringing. But now we are living in a global world. All our systems are westernized. So we have the thing of having a grade 12 is just to adapt and make sure that we have leaders who can read and write and understand, and their brain, their mental capacity is ready. It's not even saying you should have a distinction. No, it's just saying have 5 O levels. That's it. Because during those 12 years, your brain has been trained to handle any career, to interpret a document, you know, to have a civilized discussion without fighting. So that's what we are saying on the language. And then on the language and also grade 12. Then I also wanted to talk about debt. Zambia's debt now is 27 billion. When PF took over, it was only 2 billion. So that's why we are saying, you guys, we have to vote for change, because you know what, this debt, it goes years from now. If we don't remove PF, your children and your great-grandchildren will be paying for this debt. You know, if you go right here on Honorable Motomola's page, you see pictures of how bad the roads are. It's never been this bad. Some roads have even become rivers. But these people have borrowed $27 billion. Where has the money gone? Nothing to show. So it's really bad, you guys. We just have to vote them out. That's what I'm saying. We have to vote PF out and try and fix. We will fix our country, in fact. Because if you look at 10 years ago, what has happened in the last 10 years ago? New mines have been discovered. There's gold, there's copper, we produce emerald, you know. So where is the money coming? Where is the money going? That's what we are saying. There's no accountability. There's no accountability with this current government. Like we have new sources of income, but we are going deeper. Imagine, deeper in debt. From 2 billion to 27 billion. Imagine what that would do if they put the money where they were supposed to put it. So that's another reason to vote them out right there. They are putting us into debt. We'll die paying for these loans if we are not careful. The other thing I want to talk about is the PF cash flow. It's been trending. Yeah, it's been trending, and we have been seeing bundles of cash everywhere. You guys, it's actually heartbreaking. And people are suffering, you know. You can imagine how many people are from everywhere asking, oh, I need this, I need that. But you see people flashing. There's a GoFundMe everywhere for medical expenses. PF is flashing money. We saw Bowman Lusambo buy fuel for taxi drivers. It's like, honestly, really? It's very, very sad. Like, you know what? We don't have basic services. I wish Bowman Lusambo could have bought oxygen for Ndola Central Hospital, because people are dying there, you know? People are dying in hospitals because there's no basic equipment. Doctors are on strike. Not even on strike. Doctors are protesting to be employed, to be put on payroll so they can save lives. And then we see money being flashed around in our faces. We see ministers filling tanks of taxi drivers. So this is what we are saying, Zambians. That's why we are here. We are here to share information so that if you are doubting that you want to vote for PF, it's time to change your mind. PF, they don't care for anyone. You know, they don't care for anyone. And it's really sad to look at how Zambia, they have changed Zambia. And if we continue with them, it's going to be worse. So actually, like I say, looking at the numbers, you youth, you are the populace in Zambia. If you are between 18 and 35 years old, we have like almost 5 million youth. And on the according to ECZ, we have like 6 million registered voters. So this election should be a landslide for UPND. It's in the bag, you people. It's in the bag. Unless they are monkey tricks. So that's why I'm coming down to getting the last point I'm coming down to is getting your membership cards. So UPND, Honorable Matomola is selling cards. Make sure you get your card, because this is how we are going to track our voters. We are going to track our UPN voters and make sure that whomever votes for UPND, the numbers tally with ECZ. Because if you don't get your voter's card, let's say in Ndola constituency where I'm from, you have maybe 3,000 registered voters, right? And then out of those 3,000 registered voters, 2,500 are UPND. Come election day, ECZ is going to tell us to say only 1,000 people voted. Meanwhile, on our registry at UPND, we have over 2,500 registered voters. So this is why we are asking all you members, UPND, get your membership card. It's a way to protect our vote. So right now, all of you have your NRCs, you have your voters card. The next important thing is your membership card. We want to have a registry of all our members. This is going to help us protect our vote. And I think that's it, you guys. I have nothing else to share. So if you have any question, I have a few minutes. I can take a few questions from you. So I think Andrew Benjamin, I see your comment about Mr. Sata. So educated people are the most cowards. I think that could be right or wrong. We have cowards everywhere. We have uneducated people who are cowards. We have educated people who are not cowards. So I think it's just personality. But for me, I still stand that anyone who is going to sit in parliament should have a GCE. We don't want members of parliament who are sleeping. People are debating important matters affecting the livelihood of your people in your constituency, and you are caught on camera sleeping. Really? The only reason you sleep is you don't understand it. Because if you understand everything that's going on, you are going to be engaged. You are going to contribute. In that case, they should make, I don't know, it can't even happen because we have like too many languages. So we can't have all the languages in parliament. So as it is, I think it's in our own interest. I don't know why people are protesting, but it's in our own interest as Zambians, as citizens, to have a member of parliament who has a grade 12, because then they can do the job for us. Let me read. So you guys, Shibukeni, kwali bakaunda brought Shibukeni. If you haven't got your grade 12 certificates, kabia nfyo kushibukeni, mukalembeshe, mukapokea ma O levels yenu. Go and do your Shibukeni. If you want to be in a position or build a career, that is your basic. It's like when you're building a house. Foundation, cement, build your build your house on a high ground. If you build your house on sand, it will fail. Those who like cooking, panga cake, they are basic ingredients to making a cake. If you want to be a leader, if you want to be a member of parliament, that is a basic ingredient. You need grade 12. So when we send you to parliament, when something comes up, they are trying to introduce a new bill, you can research and understand what that new bill is about. Now we have people who are like, you know what? Actually, we are trying to avoid a situation where we have leaders who don't know what they are doing in parliament. Not because they don't know, but because they are grade 7 dropout. They can't read, they can't comprehend, they can't have a civilized argument. Everything has to end in a fight. But if you went to high school, you sit in a class for 12 years in class. It's a tough training, sitting in class for 12 years. Why moluchelo? It's a discipline. You get up from your bed, wasamba wafala uniform waenda. Why come class 12 hours sitting with people you don't even like? But teacher limbiba kuma, abanobe bakushoba limbiwapona, but you are energizing yourself. You are determined to get that grade 12 certificate. And when you get it, the sky is the limit. That's your foundation. So that's it. You guys, Any questions? Yes. So Big Jeff, for your membership card, inbox Honorable Matomola. We all need to get our membership cards, guys. That's the only way how we are going to tally our votes. Thank you guys for your comments. I appreciate all your comments, and thank you for watching. Share this video. You know, why we give this information is so that we prepare you to talk in your communities where you are. The same information that I'm sharing here, you can have conversations in your families, with your friends. You know, if you have PF supporters, you know, you use the talking points that we are discussing on these forums to win them over. And then also the last thing that I wanted to say is, please, before I sign off, subscribe to our YouTube channels on Motomola TV and Queen Pumi. The reason why we ask you to subscribe to YouTube is there is no surfing on YouTube. Once you subscribe, if we upload a video, you get an alert, you watch it. So you save your money and you save your bundles. But if you are on Facebook, it's a lot of time. You waste your money and time, and you have to surf and find a video to watch or find something interesting. But to cut all that and save yourself money, just subscribe to YouTube channels that you follow and value their content. So you save time and then you save your money as well. Otherwise, I'm done, guys. Share your comments. I'm gonna read your comments when I have time. I always read your comments, and then I'll respond to you, and we can continue to build each other. Forward. Get your grade 12 if you didn't get it. Go to Shibukeni and get your grade 12. Thank you, guys. Stay safe. God bless you. Love you. Bye.